Welcome back to The Explainer, everyone. Today, we are getting into the ultimate extreme makeover story. We're talking about a completely ruined, literal swamp of a pool being brought back from the absolute brink. It's a massive rescue mission, and we're getting right into the mechanics of it, straight from the source.
Okay, let's dive into this, and yeah, pun definitely intended there. 8. That's the magic number here. This pool was completely abandoned for a massive 8 years. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. 8 whole years of leaves, rain, dirt, just stagnation. Our source points out that this pool sat entirely unused even before the current owners moved into the property. It was basically just a giant concrete bowl collecting nearly a decade of absolute neglect.
And, because it just sat there festering for so long, the pool cleaner was faced with an absolute monster. To use his exact words, he said, "It's got like its own ecosystem going on down there." Seriously, it had completely transitioned from a backyard swimming spot into a biological mystery. As he was getting ready to drain it, he noted it was really not looking good, and honestly, he had no idea what was going to emerge once the water actually started dropping. We're talking about a murky, unknown world lurking right beneath that surface.
Now check out this timeline, because this is where the pressure really kicks in. So abandoned 8 years ago. Then, the new owners move in, but it's still just sitting there, totally unused. Fast forward to today, which is day 1 of this massive cleanup effort. But look at the very end of that timeline. Saturday, the party. The owners are throwing a weekend party, which creates this crazy ticking clock for the whole project. The stakes are incredibly high to turn this biological hazard into a functioning oasis in just a matter of days. No pressure, right?
Section 1, the grind. Draining, shoveling, and sludge. Let's get right into the heavy lifting.
So here's the mechanical battle plan the pool guy deployed to defeat this swamp. Step 1, get the pump in and start draining that nasty water down. Step 2, physically get down into the emptied basin to shovel out the thick bottom sludge. And Step 3, clear out that main drain at the very bottom. Now you can't tackle a beast like this alone, right? So reinforcements arrive on the scene. Our source mentions pool boy Banners showing up to help conquer the absolute mess waiting for them at the bottom.
Actually, Banners wasn't the only one keeping an eye on things. I absolutely love this little detail from the source. While the guys were doing all the backbreaking shoveling, the homeowner's dogs stepped in as the official site supervisors. The cleaner joked that the dogs were keeping an army, just standing on watch right at the edge of the pool as the water lowered and the grueling cleanup process unfolded. It's a really great, lighthearted moment right in the middle of what is otherwise a super muddy, smelly job.
Okay, so what did they actually find when they finally hit rock bottom? Well, the obstacles were intense. First off, they had to manually shovel out just a massive amount of thick sludge. Then, the water was so heavy with all that debris that the pump was really struggling to keep up. But the craziest discovery was down in the main drain. It was completely clogged up with broken tiles. Over 8 years of temperature shifts and water degradation, the mortar just failed. Those tiles sheared right off the upper wall band and sank all the way down into the drain.
Section 2, the payoff. Acid wash and a new life. This is the deeply satisfying part, guys.
Just look at the heavy-duty restoration it took to pull this off. The entire empty shell was acid-washed and jet-washed. This chemically cuts through years of grime and removes every single ounce of that sludge. It's wild. The acid mixture literally strips away the microscopic top layer of the plaster, taking all that deep-set algae and mineral staining right off with it. They also installed a brand new tile bands to replace the fallen ones and fitted a brand new pool light. Now, the cleaner did note a few lingering stains on the walls, but through the magic of pool chemistry, those are going to naturally oxidize and vanish completely once the chlorinated water is added and balanced.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer scale of the turnaround. On the left, you've got the swamp, that unknown ecosystem filled with thick sludge and broken tiles. And on the right, the oasis, sparkling clean from the acid wash, framed by that crisp new tile band, and filling up with clean, heated water. It is such a stunning visual reminder that proper mechanical cleanup and some serious, dedicated labor can literally reverse nearly a decade of total neglect.
So, wrapping up this massive project, we're finally looking at the finishing touches. The pool is completely clean, the new fixtures are in, it's all filled up, and the heater is officially cranking. To get it totally operational, the cleaner mentions it just needs filling up a tiny bit more so the water can run properly through the skimmer. But guys, the heavy lifting is done. The pool is 100% ready for that big Saturday party. They actually beat the ticking clock.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What hidden transformations are waiting in your own backyard? There is just something universally satisfying about taking a complete,
seemingly impossible mess and methodically restoring it to its original beauty, step by step. It proves that no matter how bad the ecosystem gets, with the right tools, some heavy shoveling, and a good acid wash, you can always bring it back to life. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope you found the mechanics of this extreme makeover just as fascinating as I did.